The Arvon Foundation is a literature charity working with about 400 young people a year, bringing them to the centres that we own throughout the country, where they can come on a 5-day residential course working with 2 established writers.
We've brought 16 pupils from Carlton Community College, and they're here from Monday until Saturday morning, doing all sorts of activities based around writing the game.
The idea is to take children who are passionate about football and to give them, through their love of football, a basis and an inspiration for developing their writing skills.
On the Monday when we arrive, we settle in and we get to eat together, and that's a good experience, that's an activity in itself.
Missing my family, missing my friends, the longest I've ever been away, like roots are stuck to a stem, crying and bawling, always falling. I will stick to my line, this isn't the end, it's just a new start, I write my art.
On Tuesday, the main activity of the day is a musical that's put together by Ian Macmillan with the pupils, and that's what is often described by the pupils as the highlight of the week.
Highlight was meeting Ian Macmillan because he made everyone laugh and join in and group work, and I like things like that.
The workshops take place during the day, for example about poetry, haikus, writing a play. All forms of writing will be explored.
Wednesday we go in for a game of football up at Slack Top, which is up the hill from Lumb Bank.
Blowing grass, light wind, bouncing balls, keyless tumbles, running around, scoring goals, team members arguing, foul, smashing views, couple of houses, drawing teams, penalty shootouts. It's time to finish, let's walk back, maybe one day we'll be back again.
On Thursday they get to go to Barnsley Football Club, which is again a brilliant experience because the pupils get to visit the ground that they're supporting at a weekend.
Well, that was my favourite bit because we got to explore all grounds and everything.
To actually go and play on their training grounds that they train on, play on professional field. Felt great.
And then on Friday we come back and it's mainly a writing day, getting all their work together.
No goal. In the replay, it's a close call. As a Liverpool fan, I would say it was miles offside. However, if I look at it from a professional's point of view, I know that we were lucky. Neither the player that headed it nor the one that made sure was offside.
The tutors, the food that's provided, the way that the course is put together, the schedule, all of that is fantastic, but there is some magic about being here.
Would you prefer to be in a nice warm classroom, or would you prefer to be out here looking at some beautiful scenery and sit down on yourself, quiet, and just write from what you see?
Well, basically you just said it for yourself there. Beautiful scenery. What more would you want? Just sat here nice and quiet. There's nothing to distract you except the whisper of birds singing, which is definitely my choice to be sat out here.
Pitter patter pitter. The ice cold water bounces up and off the stuck out rocks. The sight is truly great. I have never experienced anything like it. This eye-catching river is surrounded by many natural resources. The birds chitter away as my very tense body starts to relax.
I am really glad I came here to witness how beautiful the countryside is. The chirping of birds in the morning, chatting with each other, just comforts me. Being here makes me feel free and calm, with the sound of the freshwater river and the gentle breeze swaying the trees. Gazing at that formed valley is some sort of dream.
This place really inspires me in all kinds of ways, like views and nature, but also inspired me to believe in myself. Because I know that I do struggle with writing, but if I think positive, I can do it.
Writing the game has been about finding ways to approach writing through the medium of football. It doesn't mean that we've spent 5 days writing non-stop about football. It means that what we've done is we've used it as the doorway, the gateway, through which young people can enter, and then out of that, I think they find extraordinary things.
What's it like combining football and writing, do you think, in your opinion?
It's one of those things where you thought never would happen. Some work and fun, you just wouldn't think they'd combined, and now they have. Wow.
It's made it a lot easier, because writing about football is really easy to me because I know so much about it.
After the match was over, my granddad carried me on his shoulders. I felt on top of the world. Once we were home, my dad asked me who were the best football team ever. I looked at my granddad, he looked at me, and we both said Liverpool. And from that day, I've been a Liverpool supporter, and to be honest, I always will be.
The ref had come to a decision, the goal was disallowed. The whole group erupted like a heated volcano. Chants of abuse towards the ref began spilling out. The puzzled players of Barnsley FC began wondering why a perfect goal like that was disallowed.
Last few seconds, he shoots, he scores, goal! Or is it? The ref calls it offside. The end of civilization in the stadium. Shouting, screaming and booing. Glass bottles fly through the air like birds.
In the early years of human life, women were considered to be less important than men. Life back then and life now are not so different. For example, in football, both men and women play, but you don't see any female professional footballers on television, do you?
I, unlike many things, have a quality that many people don't hold or cannot hold. By this I mean, when I start something, I will finish it no matter how difficult or long. I very rarely get help with my jobs, but if I decide to stop doing them, then the house would simply fall to pieces. Just think, try to look after your mum full time as well as 3 dogs and yourself. If you can, I honour you and I give you my utmost respect.
I think it targets the boys and the girls who in schools tend to be forgotten about, and I think the football encourages them to link it to fun.
Sat on a sturdy hard rock, scratching my head like a monkey with fleas, wondering whatever could I write. Then it hit me. Slap after slap, the crushing life-taking waves suddenly transformed into a calm stream. The constant flow of the crystal clear rainwater. The 2 tutors have just taught me so much things that I didn't think I'd find out.
They give feedback that's not just from like Mr. Cotterlow, an English teacher's point of view, they give it back as a professional.
And an overactive car ride with just my dad and I, laughing and joking, music on full blare. A massive cheesy smile slapped across my face, getting close to Cardiff Stadium. Gradually my heartbeat increasing with the excitement.
From what I've been hearing from Nick and Anne today, I've been doing really well.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because before I came here I were expected for D and C grades and they're saying B and A grades.
The confidence is just, it's amazing how more confident and how much they're enjoying the writing since coming here.
I think for some of them this has been, I think, possibly a life changer actually. Horizons broadened, confidence gained, and also discovering a strength and a voice in themselves that they didn't know they had.
In the evening they'll read out in front of their fellow pupils their work. I know that you'll do me and Nick proud tonight with this reading, because we have been knocked out by what's gone on this week.
Swerving the ball round the keeper, then past the goalie's line. Thought I've scored like a little sweeper, the ball is doing fine. Punching the ball out halfway, first hitting it off our players, whilst only wearing 3 layers.
It's peaceful and quiet for a spring evening too. No one around, no stormy winds blow, no fuss or feeling in or out, as calm as a tree planted in the ground. As peaceful as the Oakwell Stadium before everyone arrives. The birds singing above and below, are they chanting me a football song? I think this is where I belong. If I didn't accept this amazing opportunity, I believe I would have missed out on absolutely loads, which would have been rather devastating. From attending this writing course, I have gained more and more confidence each day in both reading and writing. So this will be increasing my chances of getting the GCSE grade I could only wish for.
The legend of Nick, that helps me improve my writing. Thank you so much.
A Dirty Leeds fan has taken me miles this week. Thank you, Anthony.
Arvon is its name. West Yorkshire is where it's based. It's changed my life.
Arvon is the best, a lot better than the rest. Writing is our game.